seems to be making one, and it's sort of like on social media, so I thought I'd join in. So, I'm going to be talking about the silent butterflies. Now actually, my talk's actually about anxiety, and how anxiety builds really, really quickly in such a short space of time. Now, I'm going to do my talk on the school run. Now, I knew this language, the school run, and I actually thought it was running to school, because often, you know, when you're going to collect your children, you are rushing, because often I'm going to be late, and I can't be late because, you know, my daughter's autistic, and me being late, going to collect my daughter would be a no-no, because she would get upset and stressed because I'm not there. So that's what I thought, you know, the school run was. Anyway, I actually looked up what the school run, put it into Google to see if anything came up, not thinking anything would come up, and it did. And this is, I got it here. I don't know if anyone else has ever Googled the school run, but this is what it says. The journey that parents make each day when they take their children to school and bring them home from school. And that's what it actually means. It doesn't mean you're running to school. So, this is me obviously collecting my daughter from school. So, even before I leave the house, I will be getting anxious. Now, I've got a condition called ADD as well, and it's the attention side, it's part of ADHD. And I can lose 10-15 minutes easy. So I could be, you know, doing housework, I could be on the computer, I could be watching TV. So I can get quite stressed, you know, having to clock watch all the time. Because I don't like being late, like I've already said, with my daughter. So already, my anxiety is building up. So the butterflies is my anxiety, and this is my job. Now, the other thing, being autistic, is I know I can plan my route when I'm going to leave my house and when I'm going to get, you know, to school. I can't plan in between it. I can't plan whether I'm going to bump into someone or whether for some reason that route is blocked. Now, I don't have a problem with routine and I don't have a problem going another way, but it's being late that causes me the anxiety. So, I'm now walking to school. So I will be worrying that I might bump into someone, because I have to plan everything, I have to plan my timing. I don't want to get to school early, because I'm going to have to be waiting around on the playground. I don't want to be having to rush, I don't want to be late. So, you know, I can see someone in the distance. Now, I live in a village, and we're all quite a friendly village. And I can see someone in the distance, and I might not know them, which is fine, because, you know, you've got to be polite, you're, you know, having to pass them, you know, hello and all that. But it also could be someone that I actually know, and then they might want to stop, and they might want to have a conversation with me, and I'm thinking, I need to get to school. And you don't want to be rude, but again, it causes my anxiety levels to go up. So, they might even say to me, are you all right? And in my head, I'm like, well, actually, I'm half left. And it's that sort of communication you sort of like learn as you go along with life. And you sort of say, yes, and you sort of like, actually, no. And then the other one is, the other communication that's quite hard is when they say, are you okay? And actually, this is like a bit of masking, really. Because actually, you might not be okay, you might have had a really bad day, but it's socially, you sort of say, yes, I'm fine, when actually you're not. So I've got all these, you know, all these barricades that I'm, you know, having to deal with just walking to school.
Yeah.
So I'm at school now, and I'm going to be now worrying who's on the playground, who's at the school gates, because I don't get on with everybody. And I hate it when, you know, I'm there. I tend not to engage with anybody when I'm on the playground, when I'm at school. And, you get these parents that are whispering, laughing, and you know they're probably talking about you. And I hate all that, and it makes me feel so uncomfortable. So again, my anxiety levels are building up. I also hate it when I'm like standing there on the playground and I'm hearing parents either being horrible about somebody else, or there's these parents that might be talking about, oh, because their child's better than theirs and all that, and it's like that competition, and you're just standing there and you think, oh, for God's sake, it's like, there's better other things in life. And, you know, those little things will wind me up and just, you know, cause my anxiety levels to go high. I actually haven't even got the sensory issues here. This is just, you know, social and, you know, communication without, you know, any sensory differences that, you know, on top. Because playgrounds can be quite a noisy area to be. So, okay, the bell's gone. Now, I'm waiting for my daughter. I've got no idea whether she's had a bad day or a good day. So I'm having to, you know, think about all that and worry about all that. Now, one of the things I've taught my daughter to do is whistle blow before we left the school, because as soon as you leave the school gates and you're walking home or you get home, if there's any problems, that's it, she's left the school, and the teachers in the school don't really want to know and, you know, talk to me or have anything, you know, to do with me. So I told my daughter, right, if there's any problems, you need to tell me before we leave school, so we need to go back in.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm standing there, my anxiety levels are still building up. So, it's a bad day. Most days were a bad day. So, yeah, so my daughter would come out of school, and you knew straight away she was upset. So again, we'd go back to masking. My daughter would be at school all day, she'd be holding everything in, there might be all sorts of problems going on while she's been in school. And as soon as she comes out of school, that's it. It all starts coming out. So, great, I've now got to go back into school. I'm going to have to go and speak to a teacher or another member of staff. And you think, oh, here we go. It's like, so, go back in to talk to a member of staff, and then you get, she's fine, she's had a good day, there's nothing wrong, nothing's happened, you know, because obviously she has been fine all day, she's been holding all her emotions and all her anxieties in, and it's only until she's come out to see me, she's upset. So, moving on, so masking. I mean, there's a lot on social media about masking at the moment. I've made one. So basically, for me, and obviously for my daughter, sometimes what you see is not always what you get, because we are holding our emotions in, and sometimes it's that social, you know, trying to fit in socially. So that's why we end up like masking and that. So my journey home can be very difficult. So, you know, because once I'm home I need to recover. But on the way home, you know, I could have a very upset child. She could be crying, she could be shouting at me, she could be angry. So I get it on the way home. Even if I have gone back into school and tried to sort the you know, any of the issue or any of the problems out. So once I'm home, I do get a chance to recover, but I do need time then by myself. Obviously, my daughter then has to recover, and she needs time as well to recover. And it's very difficult being a mum and needing my time on my own to recover, and having to make sure my daughter's okay. But as the evening goes on, I do recover, and it does get